If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, when should you walk away from a client and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. We are in number 2. So I put this video up and it did pretty well. A lot of people liked it and I got a lot of responses. I think like as of a week later, there was 60 responses of people saying, hey, Scott, well, what about this and what about that? So I've got nine extra additions to what has been shared with you in alphabetical order. Okay, so like, let's just go through this. Number 1, you should walk away when the client wants you to show them how to do the work. I can remember there was a time I went to a house and the people had paid for like a $49 tune-up or a $59 tune-up. And I'm sitting there and I'm having a conversation with the guy and he goes, hold on a second. I need to go get my notepad. I'm like, okay, I mean, fine, whatever. And then, so he goes, I want to video record you doing this tune-up. I'm like, why? And he says, so that I can duplicate it myself. Now, remember, this is like early stages of YouTube. There wasn't a ton of content. And I'm like, no, because I'm not showing you how to do this. It's going to slow me down and I only have a certain amount of time. It's not my role and responsibility to teach you how to do the service. Now, I'll do it, but you're not recording me and you're not going to slow me down. I don't care if you're a helicopter client and you want to have a conversation, you want to watch, but what I'm not going to do is teach you how to do my job, right? It's not my role and responsibility. Number 2, aggressive animals, typically dogs. Sometimes you go to a property and the dogs are just crazy. If anybody ever told me, hey, Scott, my dogs are aggressive and my dogs are going to bite you, I never said, hey, I'm a dog person, let me try them. I'm like, thanks, lock them up. I want nothing to do with them. Number 3, sometimes the really bad helicopter clients are the ones that are ask, they're assholes. And they're kind of along the person that was number 1 where they want you to show what's going on. But this is the skeptical person that thinks you're a liar, cheat, and fraud and everything that you do, you're trying to take advantage of them. And so like when I've watched technicians with this type of buyer, they actually make mistakes. They don't try to make mistakes. They make mistakes because they feel like they're under so much freaking pressure. Number 4, racist homeowner. I really don't have to say much about that. Not good. No bueno. Shouldn't be that way. Absolutely, positively say, I'm sorry, we can't work together. Number 5, homeowner tore the system apart. Now, this one, sometimes you show up and the other tech in front of you, I don't know. Sometimes the homeowner tried to fix it themselves. Okay, this is going to depend upon you and the way that you want to do it. I can think of a time in South Sacramento, I show up and it was a train package unit. And it was one of the old 1200 XL 1200s, rectangular, long, skinny, systems that were built in the late 90s, early 2000s. And every freaking panel is off this thing. All the covers are off. Everything's off. All the wires are off. And so it was a diagnostic to figure out what was going on and try to figure out what the situation was. And the homeowner son is trying to fight me at the freaking door. Well, diffuse the situation. Long story short, it had a bad breaker. One leg of the breaker was bad. And then the son tried to fight me again. So like aggressive homeowners, torn apart systems could be, not all the time, could be a reason why you're like, deuces, peace out, Girl Scout. I'm not going to do this. Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you should absolutely join my email publication. Go to this URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. And occasionally, I'll try to sell you stuff. It's the truth. It is the truth. Number 6, the handyman did the work and he wasn't a licensed contractor. Sometimes you end up on a job for a estimate for replacement and everything is torn apart. Like it's bad. And you're looking at the refrigerant lines, you're looking at the electrical, and it's going to be easier just to start this over. And if you're a consumer watching this, when somebody goes out to a job and they're looking at it and they're like, it's going to take me this much time and this much effort, you're dealing with a pro when they could tell you and look at this, it's going to take me more time to try to fix this than it is going to be just to replace it and start over again. Like most of the time when somebody tells you that, it's freaking true. And I can think of a lot of sales calls that I went on that were botched. They were botched installs. And I'm like, okay, the guys in my team don't have room to get up here and work around. They're literally going to have to pull the furnace out of the attic, or they're going to have to remove all this ductwork. We are just going to start over. And about 50% of the time, the people are like, I get it, let's do it. And 50% they're like, no, I don't want to do it that way. So I was like, time out, we're done. I can't help you. I mean, I get Everybody wants to save money. Totally get that, right? I'm not knocking it, but there's a point where it just doesn't make sense, and it requires everything to be done all over again. Number 7, I want an old warranty, meaning I'm getting a brand new furnace, and I've got a 30-year-old coil and condenser, and I want you to warranty the coil and condenser. When I did full-time sales, when I was a technician, and I went to a home, and they're like, we just want you to replace the furnace. I was like, great, we're going to have somebody come out, and if I was a technician, we're going to inspect and make sure the air conditioner turns on, and we're going to go through its operational sequence, make sure it's got refrigerant, make sure it's got charge. Because occasionally, sometimes homeowners are scumbags, and they know that their stuff's broken, and they're like, sales guy, you didn't check this, and it worked before, and you have no leg to stand on. I can think of a time where a guy had a grounded out compressor, right? And he knew it was grounded out. So I go, okay, well, you're going to do the furnace only. I advise against it. I'm going to make a note on the agreement that we should really be replacing everything. But before we do that, we're going to go out to the air conditioner, and we're going to take its run load amps, its RLA, and we're going to see how this thing's operating. Short run. I know it's the middle of winter, but we're going to make sure this thing starts up. And this guy started fighting me. No. You're going to ruin my compressor. We're like, well, hey, if I'm replacing your furnace and we're only replacing the furnace, we're going to go out there and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So go out there, disconnects upside down. Okay. Kind of odd, but all right. Some people flip it over during the wintertime. Grab the meter. Got 220, 240 up at the top. Put the fuses back in. Got 240 across the contactor. 239.7 is about the average in Sacramento. Got 239.7 across the contactors. I know that because I took the average of 1,000 systems in Sacramento and figured it out. Okay, 239.7. Everything's good. Go to start the compressor. Compressor, no worky. And so this guy's like, oh, that was you. That was you. You did it. I didn't break anything. Your fuses were flipped over. You've got a problem. You just got to know that this is what's going to happen. Number eight. They've got some design issues in and around the unit. So in Sacramento, there is neighborhoods. In the early 2000s, they used this rigid orange pipe to do plumbing, water plumbing. And if you look at it the wrong way, it is going to break. It's burnt orange. You can't fix it. It's brittle. There was a lawsuit. The company went out of business. You are not going to fix this. So I can think of a time I climb up into the attic and I'm looking around. I'm like, I know this neighborhood. There's a reason why I know this neighborhood. Oh, I rode with a plumber, and the plumber pointed out to me that there's orange freaking pipe that's brittle. So the furnace was up in the attic. I grab the scuttle cover and I slightly move it over to the side, and I climb up to the top of the ladder and I grab my flashlight and I'm looking. I'm like, ooh, they've got this stuff right across the platform. Right across the platform, like 4 inches up. It means it's all over the attic. So I go downstairs and I talk to the guy and go, hey man, sorry, we're gonna have to decline this work. I'm not gonna give you an estimate. And he goes, why not? And I said, you've got this brand of pipe up in the attic. And his reaction was weird. His reaction was like, it wasn't like, man, I really want you guys to do it. Man, I really want a proposal. He goes, seems like you know what you're talking about. What do you mean? He's like, is it this brand? And I go, yeah. And literally, these are the words out of his mouth. He goes, I was hoping somebody would go up there and break it so they would have to replace it. I'm like, thank goodness I walked away. And then sometimes there are people out there, number 10, some people will say, I'm not going to walk away. I'm going to charge you 2, 3, 4, 5 times the amount of whatever is going on. I would just share with you to be careful that you don't get caught up in some legal issues. I'm not a doctor, attorney, lawyer, a marriage counselor, or therapist, but I am a taco enthusiast. So there you go. There's 10 additional reasons why you should walk away from a sales call or for an install based upon interactions on the HVAC Technicians Sales Secrets channel. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.